best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
It was back in 2010 on the X Factor series. A lady from Dublin astounded judges and incredibly impressed everybody else, making her way to the live semi-final. After that, she signed a record deal with Sony Music in Ireland, and following that, the X Factor finalists gained a number one single in the UK charts, also the Irish singles chart, with the cover of David Bowie's Heroes in Aid for Help for Heroes. I'm delighted to say hello to that lady who's still going strong and riding high in popularity, Mary Byrne. Mary, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? It's good to talk to you.
Same as that, Mary. Same as that. Listen, well done, first of all, on your success. I mean, it was absolutely incredible that your performance and the impression you gave in the X Factor back 10 years ago now was incredible.
10 years ago, it's unbelievable. I was only sitting today and looking back on some photographs, and when I thought of the date, I said, my God, where did them 10 years go? But I have had the success I wanted. I mean, when I went into that show, I never went in to be the big superstar, but when I got there, I wanted to be, but I didn't get to be the big superstar, but I got to be exactly what I wanted to be in the first place, which is just higher up in the entertainment, doing television, doing acting, and most of all, the dream of all was to make an album, and Simon gave me that opportunity, and it went to number one here in Ireland, and it went to number 6 in the UK. I mean, that's an achievement beyond achievements that I ever thought I'd have at the age I was going into it.
Indeed, that is that is absolutely fantastic, and well done on it all. Hey, have you always been into singing and into entertainment?
Look, I've always been the entertainer of the family. Shy as I was and as nervous as I was when I getting on stage was another thing, but being at home, I would sing under the table as a kid, or I'd sing, behind my mother, stuff like that. But I always loved the entertainment business, but never had the courage to go for it. I mean, I said many a times that when I watched the old musicals and stuff like that, my dream was to be Gene Kelly's dance partner and Fred Astaire, all of them type of things. And I just never had the courage, never ever had the courage. And people used to tell me I was good, but I never believed them. I mean, I just didn't believe in who I was until I reached a certain age.
Right. It just shows you, It just shows you. I think it's something that, many people, really, really and truly should have belief in themselves.
Yeah, but you know what? Back when I was a young kid, that's you're going back into the 60s. My parents were working parents, and they didn't have the time or the money to send me to the likes of, dance classes or singing classes. So it was kind of all learned in the home. And then, my dad worked every day, God sent him. And my poor mammy was trying to look after us all, and she had problems as well. So the encouragement to push me forward was never there. It's not their fault. It's just, but today you see mothers, and they really do push the children, and they give them the encouragement that they need and believe in yourself and the whole lot. We didn't get that because they were too busy looking after the family and houses.
Indeed, yes. It was a different time. It was a different era. Things were, completely different. And at the end of the day, there wasn't most, normal working class people, had difficulty enough trying to pay the bills. Never mind being able to pay for, a stage school or singing classes or anything like that.
This is it. And over here in Ireland, there was one big stage school. It was quite expensive to get into. Billy Barry's it was called.
Yes.
And it was very expensive to get into. My mother hadn't got the money to put me in. Look, you know what? I didn't get into the stage schools. I didn't do the singing lessons, but I was given a gift, I believe, God-given gift. And yes, it took me a long time to realise that, but I've used it, and I was accepted by the public, and especially the Irish in the UK and the English, who really... They were the ones that could vote for me. Ireland tried its best, and they did it online. But all those people gave me the confidence that I have now and put me where I am today. So, if I had that encouragement many moons ago, who knows? But at least I got it now.
Indeed, and well, well done on it. I mean, you've done, like, I mean, as well as the album and all that, you've done, numerous appearances. You've had a varied career, to be honest. I mean, you've performed in Grease the musical in the Grand Canal Theatre, and also. Right. Yeah, you also were involved in publishing an autobiography and taking part in T.G. Cahir's Celebrity Banished Thor.
That's right.
You also done TV.
And I did Operation Transformation.
Yes.
Which is a program, you probably know it's a program over here, it helped me to lose weight. And since then, 4 years ago, I've lost 6.5 stone. So,
wow.
I've had lots of opportunities thanks to the X Factor.
That is brilliant. Now, not alone that, but I mean, you appeared in front of 55,000 people as a guest of Neil Diamond.
That was a dream come true that day. I will never forget that as long as I live. And the fact that we were told not to approach Neil because he likes to rest before the show, and the next thing he knocks on my door and comes in and gives me the biggest hug and wishes me the best of luck and gave my daughter a hug. I mean, I've loved Neil Diamond since I was a kid. I mean, I even had Jazz Singer on video and DVD. So that's how much I've loved him. And to have that man put his arms around me, it was just incredible.
Indeed, definitely a dream come true. One of the huge giants of music in the world for many, many years.
Yeah.
Now you
and not only that, I mean, to stand in front of to sing for the Queen as well in the historic moment when she came over here, that was another fantastic. And sing with Bon Jovi on stage on the X Factor. I mean, look, I'm actually shocked at half the stuff I've done, and sometimes I forget that I've actually done it. And I can never thank, first and foremost, the X Factor for giving me the opportunity, and then the people for getting behind me. I just can never thank them enough.
Indeed, absolutely superb. And there's been talk of you doing a reunion tour with X Factor.
Well, we were approached last year when they were going to do this big tour thing. They were going to do this kind of all the past contestants that were popular and that had made it so far in the show. We were all going to compete against each other. But then I think Simon decided to do the bands. He wanted groups out there, so that didn't happen. Then he did the celebrity one. So I was approached there on the 10th anniversary and was spoken to, and I did an interview and was asked if it came up again next year, would I be interested? And I said, of course I would. I mean, I didn't get to the final of the X Factor, and that would be my dream. Win or lose, just to get to the finals, just to say I was in the finals of the X Factor. It would be fantastic. So if it goes ahead and they want me, they know that I will accept.
Right. Excellent stuff. And other things you've done a huge, incredible, varying different things. You did an evening with Mary Byrne and Phil Coulter.
That was fabulous. That was absolutely fabulous. I mean, Phil Coulter is just, he's, first and foremost, he's a legend in this country, and I suppose in the UK, and probably other places too. But he's such a nice guy, and I have to say, I did an album with Phil through Universal when I left Sony, and that was an experience beyond experience, because Phil took me under his wing. He brought a completely different voice out of me, and he was so kind to me, and he wrote a song called Thank God This Was My Life, and gave me the actual song and said that he had written it for me. Now, whether he did or not, I don't know, but I believe he did, and I'm claiming that song as the song that Phil Coulter wrote for me.
That is absolutely magic. Really is. Fabulous. I mean, you've released
not bad for a woman from Ballyfermot.
Indeed. Now you've released. Listen, Mary, you've actually released. As well as all the live events you've done, the varying things you've done. You've had 4 studio albums: Mine and Yours, With Love, The Magic of the Musicals, and Mary Sings the 60s.
That's right. Yeah, and the Phil Coulter song.
Oh yes.
Which was With Love.
With Love,
it's the Phil Coulter album.
Yes.
So yeah, the Magic of the Musicals was an album I put out myself, and I actually wrote the lyrics to one of the songs on that. And that was a great pleasure, because every singer would love to write their own song, whether it ever makes anything or not, and have a good one. And I think the song I wrote on it, Midnight Dreamer, I just loved the song. It never got anywhere except on the album, but I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud of that album.
Right, and that was well done on it, and fair play on the songwriting. The other thing I was going to say to you is, you're as well as all of these things, you're also involved in various charitable work as well.
Yeah, well, I'm an ambassador to Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I'm also an ambassador to the Cancer Society for lung cancer over here in Ireland, which is a project that we're starting up now. I did a radio advert on the radio there last week that'll go out this week, and some photo shoots, and I will be pushing to get people through this COVID to actually not be afraid to go and contact your GP if you have a cough that's just not doing what it should do. And I love it. And then I also I give myself to animal welfare and children's welfare as well. Look, I always said if I had a voice that could, that was out in the media, that I would help wherever I could help, because it's the likes of the celebrities, and I wouldn't class myself as a celebrity. I still class myself as Mary Byrne from Ballyfermot, but as celebrities have a voice that people can hear and hopefully help charities and get them to understand why we need to help these particular charities.
Indeed so, and I think at the moment, I don't think charities have ever had as tough a time as they have at the moment with the whole COVID situation.
Yeah, it's pretty dismal for them, I have to say. I mean, there's a lot of, the Vincent de Paul over here trying to look after families, not just food-wise and clothes-wise, but the mental health of everyone all over the world is being affected by this COVID, and we need to try and understand, and all of us who can get out there and try our best to get involved in the charities and help out as best we can, because look, this is the time. If you take the war and everybody pull together, you take all the other pandemics that we've had, everybody pull together. We need to pull together in this one and get to the end of it.
Indeed, that is for absolutely sure, and it's a pity that there's some people who just don't get that, because we've just got to pull together as a humanity in order to survive.
There will always be people who don't get stuff, and there will always be those who work hard and get what they and do what they have to do. It's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Indeed
so. I mean, you're in much the same boat as every other performer at the moment. You're not exactly busy every night of the week, putting it mildly, which is the same as everybody else. But you're doing work behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're trying to start up a stage school and get that up and running. I mean, I feel I have something to give to children. I've been asked to do a few, now it hasn't happened yet, to do a few private singing lessons for certain children, which is great. And we're also trying to get back into the theatres, because we did a play called Dirty Dustin, which the UK would know very well, and it was a big, huge success over here. We had standing ovations everywhere. But just coming into COVID, we had come back the third time to do it, and a few theatres had booked us, but we had to cancel it. So we're hoping in October or November it is, to get back out onto the stage, and instead of having a theatre full of 100 people, we'll have 50 people in the theatre, and we will be doing the extra show so that everybody who bought tickets will be able to come and enjoy the show, because they're the people that pay our wages. And for the performer who loves performing, you need an audience.
Indeed, that's exactly it. Well done on doing that. I mean, in the times that we're in it, like it is, it's it's tough going, and fair play on doing it, and at least getting out to the people who believed in the show, that they've sort of bought the tickets for it already.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? It'll be fun, because it's a fun show, and with this COVID going on, they're going to need a laugh. And if they're having a laugh, we're having good times, and that's what we need. We need to cheer each other up.
Indeed so. That is absolutely for sure. I see you're actually listed down to do a concert as a socially distant concert, which is being done in Claremorris with John McNichol and some other guests as well.
Yeah, that's happening this month. Now, I'm not sure how he's going to do the social distancing, but it is a charity, and we were asked would I do it, and of course John and Donna have always looked after me, and they're very good to people who need them, And so when they asked me, I said, yes, I'd love to. I mean, it'll be great to be back on the stage, whether it's social distance or not, just standing there and doing what we love doing. That's going to be a great night.
Indeed. It'll be lovely for you to get back. I mean, I assume this is going to be your first night on stage for since before March, anyhow.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the only stage I've been on is the Elaine Show, and that's sitting. The Elaine Show is a program goes out on TV, on Virgin. Can't even say the word Virgin Media, and that's the only stage I've been on. That's been sitting on the telly, sitting on a chair, looking at the telly. So it will be nice to be live on stage and to be singing and just enjoying every moment, and hopefully feeling a bit of the atmosphere from the social distant people that are there.
Indeed, that'll be lovely. Mary, listen, congratulations on all your success, and well done on all your work, your charity work, all the shows you've done, all the appearances, and every single thing that you're doing. And I wish you all the luck in the world and all the success in the world. It's been lovely to catch up with you.
Well, could I just say a big, huge thank you to all your listeners who voted for me while I was on the X Factor, and to anyone else out there, whether they're Irish or English, whatever they were, I don't care. They got behind me, and I'm so grateful. And it's a pleasure to speak to you, and it's nice to know that we keep the Irish spirit going over there as well.